obviously. um, Before we get started, can I just say something? Sure. Actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. You're welcome. A lot of people don't take the time. Oh, take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at and call. Okay. Can you hurry up? Uh. Uh. Okay, you're talking too much. Next time you boot the game, see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Oh, shut up! Shut up! Okay, so basically, um, I needed to do like a PlayStation Stars quest or whatever the fuck, and for the monthly games, and it was this game. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna see what the live stream feature looks like because I never really thought about it because I assumed it would look really bad, which I'm sure it might. So like, it wouldn't really work with uploading stuff because it's already not like high end or whatever the fuck.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I know this game is very unserious.
427's job
I know that for a
simple.
fact. I played a little bit of
He sat at his
it.
desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
So yes,
And
this
then
game
one
is
day,
kind of
something very
like,
peculiar happened.
from what I
Something that
gathered,
would
like
forever
the
change
10 minutes I played of
Stanley.
it,
Something
it's
he
very
would never
like
quite
meta.
forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
It's one of those things
call a
that
meeting,
kind of tries
or
to,
even
what would
say
you call it?
hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This
Mindfuck you, I guess you can say.
say. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
But yes, I don't plan on playing this entire game. I'm not sure how long it is or whatever.
All
But
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
But yes, the end goal of this is mostly just to see what the live stream looks like. Because if it is like any good, I think I might start doing that. Just because on PlayStation it doesn't let you upload videos longer than 60 minutes. So I'm kind of limited to that, obviously. On live streams, I'm not sure how long it is. I'm assuming it's however long you're live streaming, right? So, yeah, I'm not live streaming to live stream. I guess that's what I can describe it as. I'm live streaming just to see how long I can make the video. So yeah, I figured this would be a good game to test it out because obviously I don't want to test it out with a game I actually want to play. And then, like, maybe the live stream messes up or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, I figured I'd just do it here. Open. So we can open that door, but not the rest, huh? Yeah, when I did play this...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, when I played this, I did all the wrong things, so I think I'm gonna try listening to him for a second. Or for this try. Yeah, I'm not sure if
Yet
clicking
there was
anything
not
matters.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Let's
boss's
do
office,
unbelievably
hoping
amazing...
he
Oh,
might
shit.
find an answer there.
How dare you. I was reading that. Whatever. anything in here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Are you sure there's nothing here?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
See, the fact that you say that makes me want to stay in here and see what else you say.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
You know, I just feel like I have to know what else you say.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing
Yeah.
around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I want something to happen. That's my explanation.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Why not? Look, there could be a door right here. Pow.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my
Yes.
favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
It's funny, the little click sound sounds like a wet hand. Like,
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
nah.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this,
You know-
the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay. That sounded like it could have been the end. But yeah, this game, I'm not sure exactly what's the, what would you call it? The point of it? But it's sort of like, basically what just happened there, like a fourth wall breaky type of thing. I'm not sure what's the end goal. But, yeah. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer. I think, I am following what he wanted me to do this time. I'm just taking a little side quest in the broom closet, I guess. Let me see.
Second player. It's good to have you on board. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. What was that? What was that noise? That wasn't me. Okay, come on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This looks more interesting, though. But you know what? I'm gonna follow his story and see where that leads me. Where? Ooh. Very nice. Oh, because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. Okay. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 28. Of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
That was my bad. I was trying to zoom in, but I guess we need to find the code. Let's see.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Ah. 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Let's go. Any directions, sir? There's no elevator. Oh, this is empty. Okay. I can't see shit. Hold on. Can we walk? Oh, we can. Kind of. It stopped, I think. Let me make sure my TV. Okay, no. It's on dark. There you go. That's better. Yeah, but still, there's nothing. Let's go up or down. Okay. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
All right.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's do this. Light bulb.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh shit!
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
I didn't mean to.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the
I didn't mean to. I didn't
control room engine.
I just walked up there.
Your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave?
No.
New content. Always more content, more.
Bring me back up.
And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job. You did it. Good job.
No, for real though, I did not mean to do this.
3,
I guess that's what makes it Ultra Deluxe. That's what it's called, I believe. But like, do I really have to wait down here until, I don't know. There's no ladder or anything. I don't mind taking a ladder. I see that pillar right there. Oh, that's it? It's literally an ending? Or are you fucking with me? I'm trying to see if there's a ladder or something. You can't jump. Even if I could, I wouldn't really be able to escape that, I guess. Okay, so what now? I have no idea. Is that the end? Oh. You know what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What was the passcode? 2854? I have no idea.
When Stanley came
gonna try
to
to
a set
speedrun
of
this.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No more broom locker closet. Oh shit.
Yet
Trap.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh shit. I'm actually genuinely curious about how this is gonna end. I'm sure it's gonna be
Stepping
stupid.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
8-4.
Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Sorry.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Be for real. I just want to get back to the point where I was supposed to be.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
You got some fucking nerve, narrator. How dare you? Yes, the elevator. Hopefully I don't fall off the railing this time. It wasn't hard exactly to do it, but it wasn't easy either. So I just don't crawl on the table, I guess. It was actually pretty easy though, all things considered.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
All right.
The lights rose
surprised.
on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I think I do. I don't know though. Just click everything, I guess.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
Fired.
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
You're so dramatic. Okay. Oh, there you go. I like it like that. That looks better. Box? No. That's a very suspicious box, I'll tell you that much.
This mind
That's what he
control
said.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
What
That his
number was I? I was
emotions
like
had
400.
been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know. Hello? Oh, this way.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. Ooh. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I can go up here?
Would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How do I do that? Am I doing anything? I have no idea. Because it's already offline. I don't know what else. Oh, wait. No. Okay. Do I just go here? 5. Did it work? 4. 5. No? Where am I going? Oh, okay, I guess this is the main fucking control center.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
You know, I kind of want to press on because I think it'll be kind of funny, but I'm trying my best to follow his direction and his story, I guess. So there you go. Mind control off. Hello.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
No, I doubt it.
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Well,
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Was he? I don't know. He's in the middle of nowhere. Well, there was a house right there. Beat the game. Yay! A gold trophy. Nice. Okay, so I guess I will... I kind of want to see what happens if I put on. The only problem I have is I have to do everything all over again, which isn't... Yes, it restarted, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone, What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
Speed
to the
run.
meeting room. Perhaps he had
Run.
simply missed a memo.
Close all the doors behind me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please.
Ah, haha, that's cool. He remembers the last time. Okay, you know what? Boop, 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 boop. Okay, whatever.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill.
And I think I remember.
It's
It's 2845.
the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Oh,
Kill
did you open?
surprise.
Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I respect it. Yeah, thank you. I didn't want to have to listen to the music again. So, okay, it keeps
Stanley
track.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
It keeps track of my last playthrough, which I guess I could have guessed from.
The lights rose on
When
an
they
enormous
said,
room packed with television screens.
Don't fall.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I do. But yeah, when they kept track of when I first
Now the
played the
monitors
game.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Beep.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Nice.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad.
Yeah, there's a button up
or
there I never
content.
tried, but
Walking, eating, and commanded from this very
yeah, I don't want
house.
to. I don't want
And
to
as
press
the
it and
cold
then like
reality
something
of his
different
past
happens. I
began
just want to turn
sink
on.
in, Stanley decided that this
happens.
machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls
Do I stay
off,
here?
and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set
Run.
to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
So
Mere
there's
moments
5, that's
until the
4.
bomb goes
I'm
off.
assuming we
But
do
what
1?
precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk
Where's
about
1?
you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
3
You'd like
attempts
to know where your
remaining.
co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell
Okay,
you
1,
exactly
2,
what
where's
happened to
3?
them. I
It must be
erased
back
them.
there.
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
I'm not sure if this is what
or
I'm
I let
supposed
it
to be
burn.
doing.
This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness,
5.
only 34 seconds left. But I'm
Aw.
enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it.
3
I'm
attempts
going to
remaining.
put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds,
Enable backup
Stanley.
power.
Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley?
Charge.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look
Yes.
at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this
2?
room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
We do
or
have a
this
2.
door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That
I
this
don't know.
video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control
4.
this world, that's fine. But I'm going to
5.
destroy it first, so you...
Goodbye,
can't.
employee. Oh, I'm 427.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Oh, there you go. Is that it? But since it remembers when I do a run, I wonder if it'll remember me turning on the thing. So then I turn it on again. What will happen then? Interesting. I might just try that. Let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna try it again. I'll tell you that much.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
You open this
hoping he
broom
might find
closet.
an answer there.
How dare you?
Coming
And we
to a
never went
staircase,
downstairs either. I
Stanley
mean, we
walked
haven't done a lot.
upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door. Just go.
Alright, thank you. I wish there was a skip for this part. It's so long. Yes, just bring me up. No. Okay, never mind. Boom, boom. Let us see.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You know... Nah. You know what? No. Escape. Like, obviously, I know it's probably not gonna be what I think it is, but it's new. And they want me to do it. You know what? No. I'm gonna try. Oh, fine. Whatever. Something new.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, yeah? I mean...
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Dun dun! Ah! Okay. You know, that was nice and quick. I don't mind that. Oh. Hello? Hello.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay. Ah! Oh, hello. Interesting. Okay, whatever.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes. I do see that. Where's the narrator? I didn't check the doors. I mean, you know, just for good measure. The office. The two doors. Office computers. I'm gonna go right. Although I feel like they always want me to go left whenever there's an option. Hello.
Stanley stood on the snow.
Kevin Brighting.
Stanley walked over the bridge.
Nice.
Stanley jumped in the river.
I really like that narrator. Oh. Go up here. I'm hoping it all leads to the same spot. Yes, I think. Exit. Hello. Oh, how dare you. I see the exit. Ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development. Each is meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one released. Very nice. Let's see if that exit is actually an exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not.
Who, the narrator and me?
Cannot be seen.
Or I guess Stanley.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
Be for real.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Ah! Is that it? Like, is that actually it? This time. I'm gonna assume yes. It is. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Anything here? Any secrets? Huh? Any not-so-secret
When
exits?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, shit. Ran into a wall. Excuse me. My biggest fear, well, not a fear,
Yet there was not a single person here.
is one of those doors being able to
Feeling a
be
wave
opened.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley
this
walked
time I'm gonna
upstairs
go
to his boss's office.
Put on again and see what happens. What do I hear? Ooh! Oh. Panda being held hostage. Business strategy. Elevator.
Here's the door, just go.
Go up, how about that? No. Alright. What's this?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Were these always here? These little graffitis? That's the escape. Camera.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Maybe. Oh, right. Nothing new from what I can see.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I see that doorway. I wonder. I'm sure there's a way to get up there. Oh, maybe the elevator?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Wow.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay, I'm gonna set a timer. For like 30 minutes, it says...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded.
Yeah, there was also
from
this
very
room
place.
over here. It
And as
opened
the
for a
cold
little
reality
bit.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
We'll see about that. But yes, I'm gonna set a timer for like 30 minutes. Because I think then we'll be over an hour and I will know for certain. There you go.
Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it,
Come on,
Stanley?
door, open.
It's your time
It was
to
open
shine.
at one point, right?
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Okay, so that dialogue is
What's
different,
that?
I think.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
No.
A moment of solace before... I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it,
I don't know. Maybe I made that
you
up,
sit
but...
there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate
Yeah, it
to
didn't
see
change,
it go.
so...
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Boop.
You know what? To
There's
hell with
4.
it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little
Yeah, I'm gonna have
thing
to
in
look
this
back at
room.
that, but I could have
These numbered
sworn...
buttons. No, these colored ones. Or
I could have
maybe this
sworn that
big
door was
red
open.
button. Or this door.
At one point.
Everything, anything.
And I was like,
something
you know what?
here
I'm not
will
gonna go in
save
there
me.
because I want to see
Why
what
did
I
you
can
say
do in
that,
here.
Stanley? That this video game can
But
be beaten?
I didn't do anything
One
specific
soul?
besides the
Do you have
numbers.
any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit,
Fail
looking
safe.
desperately
How?
for a solution?
No.
10,
Boop, boop, boop.
100, 1,000?
Boop, boop, boop,
I
boop.
look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again.
How?
And Stanley
Open
died
door.
again. And Stanley died
Oh, whatever.
again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you
Fuck
have
that clock.
left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay, so there was nothing new in that ending, which sucks. But yeah, I will go back and see if that door was open or if I just made that up. I'm not sure. I could have sworn it was open. But this go round, I guess we can go to the elevator or we can go to the basement by the stairs. I would say the basement by the stairs is closer, so maybe we can
All
save
of his
that
co-workers were
for
gone.
last.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Let me
simply
just
missed
check.
a memo.
Okay. So yeah, I think I'll go to the elevator.
When Stanley came to a set
we
of two
can,
open doors,
well, it let us
he entered the door on
open
his
it.
left.
So I'm assuming we can use the elevator.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
That broom closet better be
Feeling a wave
open.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to
They
go
really
up
don't want
to
me
his
in there
boss's
anymore, huh?
office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Anything new over here though? Let me just check really quickly. You never know. Money in the evening. Money for breakfast. Money crisp. Huh? Well, it changed that text, so that's something. Let me go in this elevator. See what happens. Beep. Can we choose which direction we go in? I really kind of hope not. Oh, okay. We can. He didn't say anything about this, which is interesting. Are we stuck in here? Is that the joke? Oh. Oh, we're back here. What if we trick it? Look. Haha! Oh, oh, I'm blocked. Tragic. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I heard that little glitch. I think that stops it early if we press it. Okay, that was... At least now we can go back, I hope. If not, I swear. You fucker. I don't want to do the ending again. They're too long.
Here's the door. Just go.
No, I refuse. Whatever. I do want to see what happens if we go back. I guess we can do that before I exit and try again. Because, you know, when they warn me about the escape exit. Let's see.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
It's okay.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Dun dun. Okay, now we go back. Assuming it's not blocked. But yes, the time I did play, I did everything like opposite of what he was saying. Like I went to the right door. And I do know, can I tap that? No. There was like one part where there was a baby in fire, not an actual baby, it was like a cardboard cutout. And they were like, you have to stop it.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Okay. I'm gonna begin the game again. Okay, here we go.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Don't fuck with me. Close the door behind me. Oh. Did I see someone? I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We still gotta check the basement. No one's following me, right? I'm not good at jump scares.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all?
Yes.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I mean, if you're sleeping on the job.
Himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Yeah.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange? I'm dreaming about a voice describing me thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Yeah, no. Okay.
Stanley
I figured
is as
not.
awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
I see the outlines
air of a world outside
on the TV.
This one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
We're still going to be here
with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Stanley's married?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Hurry up.
I am okay.
Is that true? Nope, we're still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must
Run,
be.
Stanley.
Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh,
and although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
All right. So, now do we think there's going to be a new ending in the basement if we go back? I just earned a trophy, or did I? No, I did not earn a trophy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know what? I'm gonna try.
Stanley came to a set
I'm
of
gonna go to the basement,
doors,
and we'll
he entered
see
the door on his left.
if there's anything new. I can't skip it. Or just like a restart.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Nothing new, it seems.
All because he believed everyone...
Okay, fine. I guess that's it for the left side of the game. I guess you could say. So now we just have the right side. Excuse me. All right, we're back at it.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
That sounded ominous.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I wonder.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ah. So we technically went right, but then left again. I'm not sure that's what he meant, so this might be still different.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
See, it's always left.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, wait, right here.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? There's one more door.
No,
Aha!
No. This
That's
isn't
the room.
right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Cool.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay, that was, I guess, technically the, what would you call it? The spoiler ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Hello?
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Yes.
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
I don't know.
Why am I asking
Here.
you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Be next to this
I know
plant.
for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Is this, like, just a circle? This wall's over here. This is technically back the way we came, I think. Is it a maze? We seem to be at the edge now.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it
Maybe.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, I wanted to check back there. I was just scared he would stop talking. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't close the doors now, which is interesting to note.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Let's do this. Any doors? No.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Oh.
The story. Here it comes. No,
It's a
wait.
circle.
Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh. Oh.
Now this...
Ooh.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard
I won.
work, and it really paid off. So, good
What the fuck
job.
is that?
Oh, no. No, I don't feel
see
right
that?
about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people
I
win
think I
fair and
did.
square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No. You bastard.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the... Just follow the line.
No.
How simple is that?
That's not the way, though. It's this way. I can open the doors now, which... You know, he just makes me want to not do it. Oh.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay. Good. That makes me feel better. That way I don't have to do it again. Oh. No.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward,
Is it?
Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it
Yes.
another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's
Wait, what?
subjective experience of that existence, right?
Oh, wait. It's a
Okay.
circle.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Question mark? What's over here, though? Nothing. I heard the door close. This music really
Wait,
matches
cut the music.
the
Go back
zigzags.
and look at that fern.
Where? You know I love looking at the
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
fern. Be for
Make
real.
sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Wow, nice. It's such a nice fern. Let me crouch by it and teabag it. There.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
There's that way, there's this way. This is where I start, right? Yeah, that should be... Oh, there you go. So we go this way. What if I go back? The way we're supposed to go. Usually. It's still empty.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, we're back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay. It does feel like we're actually progressing, I'll say that much. I wasn't expecting it to change this much. I thought it was going to be like...
What, Stanley?
Oh, shit.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Nice.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you
It's a
want
circle.
our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Oh. Gotta tap it, you never know.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I
So
know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
What?
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Can I go in here? No.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
After a
now,
long time,
according to the
Stanley
schedule,
dies.
I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be.
So which restart are we
on?
on?
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this.
I thought he
won't
remembered.
restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
We won!
whatever it is that made this schedule?
Yeah.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Can I sit?
So, okay.
Woo.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Interesting. So that was all just one ending, I'm assuming. I hope not. That would be kind of, what would you call it? Anticlimactic.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content! Yeah!
Oh, new content? What does that mean?
Get it close.
New content.
What was that? Where'd we go?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yay!
As you may
We
know,
won.
the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Woohoo!
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
It's gonna be terrible,
Oh,
isn't
well,
it?
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
It's gonna be death.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I don't think so. I have a feeling it's not gonna be. Can I press something?
Is it broken? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Should we be moving somewhere? Or, there we
you
go.
go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
A wall. A brick wall.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see.
The jump circle.
The jump circle?
We can jump. Well, in the circle. Woo! Yeah! Oh. Woo! 5 more. We won! How dare you? What's over here? Can I check? Nothing. Okay. That was riveting. What else?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say,
Well, they said
initial
the-
impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for
circle.
exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
They
I
did
knew there
say
had to be something else.
The
Let's
basement
see it.
ending
I'm
was
ready for
new.
whatever it is.
Well, the music, at least. Thank you for enjoying the new content. You're welcome.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
Yeah.
don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's
Oh,
gone
and I'm
into it.
stuck.
In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my
tell
fault,
'em.
Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Sure. Not like I had a choice, but still. Thank you for asking. Okay. Hello? It's different.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay, wait. I wanna... Fine. I'm just gonna hope that way is a dead end with no additional context. Pow. Okay. Hello? We are back.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Ooh.
Take a look.
Ooh.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Nice. Can I escape? No jump button.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember
No,
back in
I didn't
October
play
of
it.
2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Can I sit right here? Of course I can't. Tragic.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay. What's down here? I need to know. Nothing. Person of the year.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Oh, this door opened, but... Get out of my way. Do I go back? Or do I go here?
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. A handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
So there's an actual, like, completion that you can do? I didn't get that. Well, I wouldn't have guessed. I guess eventually... Oh, I can't read that.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Skip what?
And here it is. Go ahead
here?
and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely... Oh, Stanley. You're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sit. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Hello. Are you there? Okay. What's that?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their...
What is that? The fire alarm?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the...
Look back here. Never know. Ooh, nice. I like that. Oh. No! Where'd the plants go? Monster. My button. Oh. How far can I go? You know, I gotta test it out. It sucks because I can't run. I'm pretty sure that's a cloud. Oh! Was that it? So, was that officially the... what's it called? Ultra Deluxe ending? I didn't hear if the button did anything.
Wait,
like if it,
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
The order of what? New content. Ooh.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Is it this one? Actually, I think I should end here, to be honest. It's been a couple hours, and I can see how the live stream looks and everything. I hope it'll save, but if not, we didn't start too far into it. So yes, if you are watching, thank you for watching, and bye-bye. I don't know how to end this off, so just give me a second. How do I stop the live stream? There you go. I think this is it. Okay, so yeah, bye.